Serious question, Jim. Did Weingarten accept any responsibility for the disastrous school shutdowns?
No, she really didn't. In fact, if you remember back in 2021 when Terry McAuliffe, then candidate for governor in Virginia, made his statement that parents shouldn't be telling schools what to teach, 2 weeks after that, her union, that teachers union, AFT, did a six-figure ad buy for Terry McAuliffe's gubernatorial race. So I think that sort of shows where their focus is. It's not necessarily on parents and children and what's best for kids. It seems to me it's what's best for politics and the Democrat Party and the teachers union. And of course, they always bring up the culture wars, but I think, look, we didn't start the culture wars. It's always the left. It's the left who says abandon traditional curriculum. We want to teach CRT, this hate America curriculum. It's the left who says book banning, but what we're really focused on is age-appropriate literature. So it's always the left who seems to start these culture wars, and then they turn around and blame us.
At the end of the hearing, do you think that accountability was placed on Randi Weingarten for the shutdowns and the appalling performance of kids in these shutdown schools? Did she have accountability placed on her?
No, it didn't seem like it. I thought she was a pretty good witness at sort of filibustering and evading the questions that were asked by my colleagues. But of course, they're not going to take responsibility. But they were in favor so much of keeping these schools closed, going with all this virtual learning, which we know was not as good as in-person learning, which we know hurt children. The test scores, the NAEP scores all show that. So that's a big problem, big concern. But I think it was largely the Biden administration and CDC and everyone else who was also working in cahoots with the teachers union to make it tough for kids to get back in school and get the kind of learning that they need.
I got a feeling that education, especially school choice, could be and certainly should be a major issue in 2024. And it's a Republican issue. This is this is for you guys.
Yeah. You're exactly right. I said this, I think, last fall, even during the last campaign. Don't vote for anyone. I don't care what party they are. Don't vote for them if they're not for school choice. If they're not for letting moms and dads decide where their kid's going to get the best education, where their kid's going to have the best future, if they're not for that, don't support them. I don't care which party. Support the candidate, Republican or Democrat, frankly, who is for school choice. And if they're not for that, don't support them.
Is there any action that your committee can take following the appearance yesterday of Randi Weingarten? Any action you can take at all?
Well, the Oversight Committee should do everything we can to allow school choice. We have much more say on education policy here in the District of Columbia than we do everywhere else, and that's appropriate. That should be a state and local matter for education. But here in the District of Columbia, we should continue to focus on school choice opportunities for kids here. Then what we can say is federal funds going to school districts around the country, you need to offer school choice, or we can put some restrictions on that federal money. I think that's a good position for Republicans to have because it empowers moms and dads. The first question I asked Ms. Weingarten, I said, who cares more about a kid's education? The American Federation of Teachers, the teachers union, or the child's parents? And we all know it's the child's parents. After all, they know the kid's name, for goodness sake. So let's empower them with their tax dollars to get this to the school where they think it's going to benefit their son or daughter.
Jim Jordan, I think you're just having too much fun in the majority in the House of Representatives. You really are.
You always have fun. You always have fun, Stuart. Good to be with you.
Thank you, sir. See you again soon.